Welcome to file number 2 in the Mini Vision 2 audio tutorial from Raz Mobility. I am the accessibility specialist, Jerry, and I will be guiding you through the rest of this tutorial. In this file, we are going to show you how to remove your battery, insert your SIM card, put the battery back in, and charge your Mini Vision 2 device. Let's get started. I do have the Mini Vision 2 device in my hand upside down. What I mean by upside down is the back of the phone is facing up. The screen is still away from me and the number pad is still toward me, but we're looking at the back of the phone at the moment. To remove the back of the phone, find the bottom left corner of the back of the phone. You should find a little niche where you can get your fingernail up in there. Just pull it back. And as you can tell, the back comes off. Most of the back, in fact, comes off so that you have access to the battery. Underneath the battery is where the SIM card is, so next we have to remove the battery. Removing the battery is very simple. Find the top of the battery, find the middle of it, and then move slightly to the left and you'll find an indent again where you can get the tip of your finger or a fingernail in under there. Just pull back on the battery and it comes right out. Do not change the orientation of the battery or the phone at the moment so that you get a feel for how the battery should look when it goes back in the phone. Down on the bottom of the battery you will feel, well, it feels like little niches, but that's where the contacts are for the battery that come in contact with the phone. They're kind of on the bottom right. So just lay the battery down just like you did the back of the phone in the same orientation so you don't get yourself confused. Now that we have the battery out, toward the top left corner of the back of the phone, you'll find where your SIM card goes. Your SIM card goes in horizontally. It does not go in vertically. The corner that feels kind of rounded will be on the bottom left. Simply slide the SIM card in and you're good to go. Just a very important note for you. The SIM card only goes in one way, so please do not force it as you could damage the card, the phone, or both. Now that you have your SIM card in, let's put the battery back in. Simply pick it up off the table. And if you kept it in the same orientation, you should have it right. But just as a quick reminder, the contacts are on the bottom right side. So simply put that part of the battery in first, meaning the bottom part of the battery. Put it in first. And then once you have it lined up, just push it back into place and you're good to go. Now let's put the back of the phone on. Again, hopefully you kept it in the same orientation. If not, it's okay. What you will find, though, is in the back that you're putting on, there are going to be 2 cutouts and then what feel like small little holes beside the cutouts. Those are where your camera, your SOS button, and your speaker are. Just line the back up correctly. And once you have it lined up, simply push down on around the edges of the back. And as you hear, when I did that, it kind of locked into place. So now we're good to go. Let's go ahead and walk you through how to charge your Mini Vision 2 phone now that you have the battery in and your SIM card in. There are 2 ways of doing it. I will walk you through both, and they have their advantages and disadvantages. The easiest way is to use the charging cradle that came with your phone. Find your charging brick that came with your phone. On one end of it, you'll notice that that's where the USB cable goes. Plug the bigger end of the USB cable into the charging brick and plug it into the wall. The other end is a lot smaller, and on one side of it feels like it has 2 dots. These dots will go into the charging cradle, dots down. Once you have it plugged into the charging cradle, that's it. Simply set the cradle on a table and you're good to go when you want to charge. Simply just stand your phone up in the charger, and if your phone is on, even if the screen is locked, it will let you know that it's charging. Doing it this way does take longer. Some people may not mind because what they may do is charge it overnight. So the difference between, say, 2.5 hours or 5 hours really doesn't matter. Because if you're sleeping, it's going to charge regardless. The other way to charge your Mini Vision 2, and this way's a little bit faster, is to plug the end of the USB cable that has the 2 dots, plug it directly into the phone, goes into the bottom of the phone, again, dots down. Again, if your phone is on, even if the screen is locked, it will let you know when it starts charging. One cautionary note. The cable will only go into the phone and the charging cradle one way. Please do not force the cable, or you could definitely damage the cable. The Mini Vision 2 can take anywhere between 2.5 to 5 hours to charge, depending on how you're charging it and depending on if you're using it when you charge it. Obviously, if you're using it when you're charging it, it could take even longer than the 5 hours, depending on what you're doing. That's the end of this particular section. You now know how to remove the battery, put your SIM card in, put the battery back in, and charge your Mini Vision 2 device. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at 1-800-729-0083 or visit us at our website, www.razmobility.com.